Welcome to Free Live Tarot Readings. I'm TarotOracle and I do the readings.
It's 6:30. Time for the TarotOracle.
What is going on? Thank you for your donations. YouTube user RR. We got Sarah and YouTube user again. Andrew, Bardman, Ling, Michelle, Samantha, Reiki, Mara, everybody. Welcome to the stream. How's it going? It's Friday night. We made it through the week and we are ready for the weekend. That is for sure. Definitely ready for the weekend. All right, let's start it off right. By the way, I fixed all the bugs. I fixed all the bugs in my program. So we now have chapters in, you have to wait till it's over. After it's over, you have chapters in the YouTube video where you can zoom directly to your readings. It's super convenient. It is automatic. I wrote something that does it for me. So that is what I'm talking about. That is what I like. All right, YouTube user is first. So let's put them out there and make this happen. Is the manager AK job? Is that going to be safe or is that going to be risque? Ooh, we don't know. If that means, sounds like we have some volatility over there. All right, let's go for the Tarot Tower. If you're new here, that is the Tarot Tower. And I read tarot with the Tarot Tower. Let's go with the pixelated tarot this early in the afternoon. I can do that. We can do that. We can make some pixelated readings. I like some pixelated readings. Joanna, welcome. Good to see you. All right, later on in the show, we will be giving away the Jean Dodal Artisan Tarot. So if you're interested in this, stay tuned. And we'll have a random question that I thought up. So I did go and count up my art supplies. So basically, it's an art supply-based question, but we'll ask the question in a few. Let's do some readings before then. All right, we got a little Page of Swords, Ace of Wands, and a Page of Wands. No, their job is not safe at all. That doesn't look good. That is definitely not good. We're going to have to go with a little bit of a thumbs down for the safe job. A lot of times, you just don't have any safety with that. A Page of Swords, it feels like they're not being communicated with very well. It feels like they're being kind of scammed over as far as what they're going to be doing, where they're going to be, how they're going to be doing. A Page of Wands says they don't have enough work. They're not really in that mode of getting ready to do things and making it happen. Overall, the Ace of Wands says they have something new on the horizon. So if you're looking for steadiness, if you're looking for, kind of where we want to be at the end of the day for a super steady job, safe job, no, that's not it. That is a big old thumbs down for the safety dance. Cherry Berry, welcome. Good to see you. All right, we'll do YouTube user again. We'll pop in the YouTube user one more time, and we're going to say the chances of seeing Nelson today. Hey, that rhymes. We got YouTube user on a third question as well. Coco, welcome to the stream. Good to see you. All right, what are your chances of seeing Nelson? Slim, and none. I really don't think you're going to run into Nelson today. I don't think you're going to do it. I think you're Nelson free. You're Nelson free today. I really don't think, right? Nine of Wands. We got a little fiery aspect with that. Can we translate that into running into somebody? If I had a 2 of Cups or a 10 of Cups, a 10 of Pentacles, maybe even a 6 of Cups, I'll take anything. That's what I'm saying. I just don't got any of it. I have absolutely none of it. I just have this disappointment, sort of looking down, maybe looking for Nelson here and there from now on kind of thing. But overall, do we end up finding him? Do we run into him? I just don't think so. I don't think so. Hierophant says, if you do sort of get something happening, it's going to be at work with that. I just don't think we're going to be running into Nelson. We're going to be not going to be bumping into him, as they say. No bumping into Nelson today. All right, Sarah is next. Which flat suits me more? The Bilgola, the Avalon, or what's going on? Visiting in 15 minutes. Bilgola? Is that Bilgola? That you got to say that. You got to say that safely. You don't want to say that quickly, or it sounds like something else. All right, let's go for that. That is a tarot throwdown, my friends. By the way,
time for a tarot throwdown.
So if you're not familiar with a tarot throwdown, that's where we have two hot commodities that could be possible, that could be something that could be possible. And we're going to need to figure out a Nelson free t-shirt. Yeah, maybe you need to print a t-shirt that says, Nelson, look over here, or something like that, right? You got Nelson, look over here, and then you have like tassels or something attached to it. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. All right, let's see what's going on. It was late because you're posting the Tasty Tarot Kickstarter. Well, thank you for supporting the Tasty Tarot Kickstarter. I appreciate that. Get a little free advertisement out there. I appreciate you. And by the way, if you don't know what that is my newest deck of cards. It's called the Tasty Tarot for a reason, because it is delicious. Now, if you haven't backed it, it doesn't look like it's going to fund. I mean, I'll be honest with you now. It's only 50%, but hey, weirder things have happened. So there's the cards if you like it. If you want a cheap deck, because it is pretty cheap. I mean, the price is very, very reasonable. This is, 2019 prices, because I don't know what inflation is. All right. The Bilgola over here and the Avalon. Avalon sounds cooler. I'm going to say Avalon sounds cooler, but that's not a tarot reading. Okay, the Emperor with a Lord of Defeat. The Lord of Defeat next to the Emperor, it feels like no matter how much you try to get the Avalon, I just never can get it. Femme, I thank you for your donation. I appreciate you. No, I try, and I try, and I try is what I'm saying. So, speaking of apartments, Samantha said your apartments reading were correct. You said I wouldn't move until September because I couldn't find anything I found one that I liked, and the move date is September. There you go. There you go, Samantha. Thanks for the feedback. I appreciate you. Okay, Avalon. That's a weird card, right? I mean, let's admit it now. That's an oddball card. It's like I have the ability, I have the power to get into the Avalon, but oh man, I really don't want to get into that. There's something wrong with the Avalon. Bottom line, there's something just wrong with the Avalon. I think that's going to be very important indeed. So, Lord of Defeat, even though I have the power, I could do it. Crystals in Paint, thank you for your donation. It just feels like the Lord of Defeat next to the Emperor. It doesn't feel like that is going to work out. No matter how hard we try, Avalon is maybe out of our reach or something like that. There is a lot of effort put forth towards Avalon in order to make it happen. If you're looking for easy mode, where I just sort of slide on into the flat, I really don't think Avalon is going to be it. That's not easy mode indeed. A lot of effort, a lot of fiery action needs to take place here. Lord of Defeat says we take one step forward, two steps back kind of thing. Emperor says just, keep at it. If you really want Avalon, you're going to have to work for it, but keep at it. I think it's going to clean up at the end of the day. All right. Now you do have over here with the Bilgola. Bilgola looks pretty good. I got to say that. It looks like something that we can get into, something that does have the opportunity that we sort of need in here. There's some paperwork involved with Bilgola that we do need to sort of accept. Overall, we're not as thrilled with either one. If I had a choice, I wouldn't go with either one of them, to be honest with you. Sarah, I wouldn't go with either one of them, to be honest with you, according to the tarot. It looks like Avalon's a big pain in the butt. It looks like Bilgola is okay. I mean, it's all right. I wouldn't kick it out of bed. It's all right. But, yeah. Anyway, it seems like there's a better option out there. Maybe a third option, fourth option, something like that. I think that is going to happen with that. RR wants to know what R's current feelings for me. RR's got the double shot tonight. He got this one and another one, and we are going to do both. All right, let's see. R's current feelings for me. Ling, thank you for your donation. Appreciate that. Let's break out the key tarot. It has a key on it, therefore it's called the key tarot. I do have a lot of people that come into my stream, watching the stream later, and they're like, yo, what is so-and-so card? What is this card? What is that card? So I'm trying to be better about kind of announcing it. And so I have so many decks that I can't put all of them into here and like pop it up like that. I just can't do that. I have too many. So I have like hundreds and hundreds. So there's only so many buttons I can do with that. But I have a few that I can do. So maybe I should replace that one with one that I use more often, is what I'm kind of thinking. Anyway, High Priestess, you are looking at a Page of Cups and a Nine of Wands. A little bit on the defensive mode. a little bit on the defensive mode, but it just feels like everything should be okay. Everything's pretty smooth. Everything's kind of nice, right? A Page of Cups. Where are we going to be at the end of the day here? This does look like something that doesn't flow smoothly, needs a little bit more love and attention than quite necessary. Page of Cups just says, I'm not quite prepared. I'm not quite fully dedicated into this right now. That happens, right? I'm not fully dedicated into this right now. Joan, welcome to the stream. High Priestess. It does say R's got a lot of things going on over there, some of which you don't know about. I mean, some of which you just don't know about. So you do have kind of a thing going over there. But yeah, the High Priestess, we have some secrets. Page of Cups, I'm not quite prepared, not quite knowing where I'm going to end up at the end of the day over here. Nine of Wands just says, just settle down with it. RR, settle down with it. That's the important part. Just settle down. I really don't think that there's just a lot, and again, I really don't think that is a lot of passion, a lot of movement going on with this connection, as far as that I can see, right? As far as that I can see with that. You do have another question, though. We're going to do that. Will R catch some feelings for me? Addy, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. True Feelings of Jacob. Ooh, we'll get to that in a minute. Addy, you are in the queue. You're about 6 away. We have about 6 going before you. Well, are catch some feelings for me? Is that something going to be? Absolutely. We do have the 6 of Pentacles sort of getting some feelings back, getting some emotions back, getting some things there that you kind of need to have at the end of the day. So, I mean, yeah, you do have that possibility. 6 of Pentacles, I get. So I am doing a little bit of a catch of some feels. Page of Wands with a Page of Pentacles. When R does catch some feelings for you, they're not really going to express it very well. They just have an issue expressing things like that. You're going to have to sort of figure it out. Maybe a little bit of a Scooby-Doo mystery coming into that. Overall, Page of Pentacles just says, yeah, be prepared to, you need to take a lot of the lead here. I'm sorry. You need to take a lot of the lead here. And sometimes we're like, sure. But other times we're like, that's a pain in my booty. And I don't know which one you're leaning towards, but either way, you're going to be kind of excited about it if it gets going. I can tell that right now. YouTube users, speaking of excited, Addy, thank you for your other donation. When will they lose their job? All right, we knew this was coming. You brought this up a long time ago, is what I'm saying. You brought this up a while back, right? Didn't you? You remember this? Because I remember this. I remember this indeed. Okay, let me see. Hang on, let me do something real quick. Okay. I remember they were taking over the company, anyway, I remember all this. All right, let's use something pretty good for this. We need to use kind of a clarity cards. I think for clarity, I really like the dragon deck. We just got this dragon deck in the mail. We just did the unboxing. We did the 4K flip through. By the way, we got 3 4K flip throughs coming up there. Gypsy Heart Tarot, thank you for your donation. I greatly appreciate you. All right, when they might lose the job. When they might lose a little bit of the devil into the 4 of Pentacles. All right. Okay, you're looking at late September, early October. Bottom line, late September, early October for them losing their job. The devil. There's a lot of manipulation that has to occur here. It feels like that they're either going to be begging for their job, they're going to be, sort of sudden death, trying to figure out how to do what they need to do to save their job. And overall, it just doesn't feel smooth. It doesn't feel like it's operating the way that it needs to. The devil means there's sort of intervention that needs to be done by somebody else in order for them to keep it. I just don't think that happens. Overall, they desperately try to keep the job, but I'm just saying the end of September and the end of September, early October with that Crystals and Paint. Got the deck. Very nice indeed. Crystals and Paint. I'm glad it got to you okay. And you can play with a little TDM over there. Have some fun over there. All right. We need to know for the next question, which is going to be also YouTube user. When do you see me running into Nelson? We're trying to avoid it, but ultimately you are going to run into Nelson. We kind of get the idea that, running into Nelson and whatnot, We did the dragon deck. I guess we can stick with the dragon deck. We already started it. We already started it indeed. Crystals and paint. There are numerous very good videos on the TDM. If you want to watch that, as with everything, you go to YouTube and there's plenty of instruction on that. All right, LCleo and Emma, thank you for your donation. I appreciate y'all. Okay, when you see me running into Nelson again, Six of Pentacles. We definitely get Nelson running into the Page of Cups and the Temperance. It's going to be in a few weeks. I think running into them is going to be more of a few week thing, you know? So there is, okay, the first time that you run into them, I actually think that you don't see them. I actually think they see you, but you don't see them this next time. I'm going out on a limb. They see you, but you do not see them. But that's the way it goes. Way it goes indeed. Temperance just sort of has that feel of, yeah, sort of running into you. And the Six of Pentacles. Here's Nelson just kind of looking around, and there's you busy doing your thing, and Nelson's kind of seeing you, but you're not seeing them. Anyway, Page of Cups will be a few weeks to get the run-in method going with the Nelson thing. But yeah, take some time. Yeah, as with everything, anything new takes a little bit of time and whatnot. All right, Femme is next. If you vendor at the fall event. Okay, now Femme, I guess, is starting some vending action going over there. I remember you asking about this previously. So Femme, spill the beans and let us know what kind of things are you going to be selling. I think that'd be kind of fun. We're going to go with a little bit of the Gregory Scott action. I think that is going to be the deck tonight for the sort of the vending, you know, putting stuff out there, seeing how it goes and whatnot. We're going to see. If we put the vending machine, I don't know if are you like hosting a vending machine where you're actually putting it out there, or are you making a table and you're selling stuff at your table? Maybe you're selling your artwork or selling some handcrafting stuff, or I don't know. Let me know. Let me know, Femme. I wanted a little bit of a history behind this and what's going on. The Three of Cups is good. I mean, you are looking at people gathering around the table, sort of, interested in what you got and sort of interested in buying it. And you have a lot of foot traffic. Absolutely. You have a lot of foot traffic, a lot of people coming around, a lot of people kind of like, oh, you know, what's going on with this and what's over here. And that is that feeling of, oh, what is over here? And I think you get a lot of that sort of reaction with that. Five of Swords. Somebody tries to steal something. I mean, we're going way out on a limb, but that's what I do. Somebody tries to steal something, so keep an eye on the table. This is not a table where you want to wander off or whatever happens. But yeah, Five of Swords. Somebody tries to heist something a little bit, right? The Lord of Defeat, a little bit of heisting. Now, I think the first time that you go, like the first time, you know, you're sort of warming up, what have you. Samantha, thank you for your donation and welcome. Good to see you as always. But yeah, that Five of Swords, the first time you do it too, it feels like you don't make a lot. You just, you sort of leave. You're like, man, I lost a bit of money. And, that's the way it goes sometimes. I lost a little bit of money with that. The Fool says, ultimately, you definitely should go. This is something mandatory. You got to go. You got to watch whatever it is. Make sure nothing gets heisted over there. Be sure to greet everybody and just realize you're not going to make just a ton of fat cash on the first go round. So that's the way it happens, right? You sort of, once people know you and they start seeing you, they see you at the fall event and then the spring event, the winter event. All of a sudden, you're kind of a regular and people want to kind of, say hi to you. Ms. Moon, I thank you for your very generous donation. I appreciate that. All right. Let's see what is next. Crystals and Paint has the next question. Crystals and Paint. How will the situation with this power bill work out? All right. It's you versus the city. Or no, not the city. Well, you know what I'm saying. You versus the utilities provider. Let's see. If I'm going to do a power bill, you did say that you liked this deck. Oh, yeah, I would use this deck. This is a good deck indeed to have. Maybe, I don't know, for a power bill, maybe not. I just don't know, but we're going to see. I'm definitely going to have some action with it at the beginning of the day here. Okay. All right. Situation. We got a power bill. Maybe we can't pay it. Maybe it's too much. Maybe it's a little bit inhibitive with that. Now, they will let you do payment. I think most necessary providers like power, water, stuff like that will work out a payment plan with you or something like that, by the way. So just in case you didn't know, because I've been in the, because I grew up poor. I grew up dirt poor. I wasn't poor. I was dirt poor. I mean dirt, and I mean dirt poor. Lorena, thank you for your very generous donation over PayPal. I greatly appreciate that. You are in the queue. We're going to get you after Addy. All right. How's the situation with this workout? 6 of Wands, it says you are successful. There is. You are successful. Even though I've been paying my consumer's account, there's no outstanding balance. Landlord said my account got switched out of my name a year. Okay. You are successful with sort of getting it back, getting things happening. It feels like that you actually get some money from the situation. You actually get some money. It just feels like that everything works out, and you've been okay. You're going to be okay. They'll figure everything out for you, and I think you get a refund of some type with that. Shartrellis, thank you for your donation. Appreciate you. 6 of Swords says this takes a long ass time to work out. I mean, this takes a long time to work out. You're like, oh my God, how long is this possibly going to take to work out? The answer is a long time indeed. Just be prepared. But overall, the Lord of Victory says you're going to be okay. Addy, thank you for your other donation coming in strong tonight. Addy, welcome to the stream. By the way, if y'all are new, even if y'all aren't new, hit that like and sub button. It lets YouTube know I don't suck. This is the only place that has tarot news. Bottom line, this is the only place to get tarot news. We also have the only stream that has an automated application. I have an automated application that I wrote that's right here. I wrote it, and it will put chapter markers so you can zoom to your reading. So if I have 100 readings, 1,000 readings, it doesn't matter. It does all the chapters for me automatically. I wrote it. See, I can click a name and I can mark it as done. I can click a name and it appears up here on the title. And that's the only application that exists that will do that automatically for you. Otherwise, you have to type it in, right? I did fix all the bugs. It's going like a dream. It handles like a dream, all right? It handles like the Dark Mansion Tarot at this point. It's so smooth. It is so smooth. Anyway, just be aware. Just be aware. This is the only place to get all that crap. We got endless amount of lessons. We got been here 12 freaking years. We got 2,200 videos that you can go look at for all sorts of instruction for literally everything from symbolism in the tarot, what colors mean, astrology in the tarot, basically everything tarot. And we got unboxing. I still got 8 more decks to unbox, and I got 4 more decks on the way. So we got 11. No, sorry, math, right? We got 12. We got 12 unboxings still to go. 4K flip throughs out the wazoo. This is a place to be. Like if you like tarot, there's a lot of stuff here. But anyway, I think it's going to work out just fine. We had dinner yesterday. He's okay. You want a teddy bear? We get Ling wants some teddy bear action. That's what I'm talking about. We had dinner yesterday. What kind of feelings do they have? A little bit of a dinner action is what I'm talking about. We can do that. We can do the dinner thing. Dinner is always interesting, right? You always do the first date with like a coffee or something so you can leave. You know, one time I made the mistake of going to a theme park for a first date. That was a terrible idea. I don't know. Okay, so I went to basically Six Flags, right? It's a theme park, and you're there for hours and hours and hours and hours. Anyway, Shartrellis, thank you for your other donation. I appreciate that. Anyway, come to find out this person's crazy. They're crazy. They had all sorts of really weird stories, and I'm like, what in the world is she talking about? Anyway, I wanted to leave immediately, but I couldn't, I couldn't because I went to the theme park for a first date. No, don't do that. Love it. A piece of advice, don't do that. You want to do that third, fourth date, not a first date, because when you find out they're crazy, you're stuck with them for a long time. Tammy, welcome. Good to see you. All right. We had dinner. What are their feelings? Juuuliiie, welcome. Good to see you. Oh man, their feelings. King of Pentacles and a big celebration. They feel like they have a lot of hope for this. They have a lot of hope, a lot of excitement, a lot of good things sort of pending about this. You have not only the Nine of Pentacles, which is like, if I work on this, if I work on this, this is going to be fantastic. They know that if they put forth the effort, if they keep on track, this is going to be fantastic. They're going to have an excellent time with this whole situation. So they're very excited indeed. And they see some good possibilities for this as well, right? Good possibilities. They don't think you're crazy. They think you're amazing. And that is going to be, see, now you can go to the theme park. Now you can go to the theme park because you know that he's not crazy and you're all right. But anyway, yeah, a lot of potential here, a lot of good things happening with this. I would wait a little bit to go out again. Just random stuff from the tarot, right? Because the King of Pentacles kind of gets settled a little bit. Something's going on over there that needs to get settled, and you're going to have to wait a little bit. Julie, thank you for your other donation. But yeah, wait a little bit before the next day. Wait a little bit. Say, I'm busy, let's wait a couple of days. I think you're going to find out why it's important, but I think that it is important. And that, obviously it's just my opinion with all of that. But, teddy bear doesn't lie. The teddy bears never, ever lie. Addy is up next. YouTube user, thank you for your other donation. I appreciate you. Addy, the true feelings of Jacob for me, the true feelings of Fritz for me, and let's see, no question, let you know you're the best. Oh, thank you, Addy. Thank you so much. I greatly appreciate you. Okay, we got two true feelings, and we're going to go with the de facto tarot deck that we always use for this, indeed, and that is the Modern Love Tarot, right? The butterfly thing was cute the first 200 times, and now not so much. Now not so much, because the problem is it takes so long to actually get the picture of the tarot deck on the screen. And meanwhile, literally everybody's waiting. Everybody's like, what was that deck? And so now you got to go through the butterfly again. Shartrellis, thank you for your donation. Emma, thank you for yours as well. I greatly appreciate both of y'all. All right, true feelings of Jacob to me. Well, man, get out of there. Get out of there. Jacob's kind of a dead end. Entertainment purposes only, never dead end an individual based upon fat man reading your cards on the internet, but it just looks like a dead end to me. Eight of Swords. Even if we were excited about this, even if this is somebody we're going to chase, oh man, we're a little bit behind. We're just a little bit sort of separated from this individual. This is not somebody we're going to be excited about long term. Judgment, the rebirth, the reincarnation. I think they find somebody else. What happened? I think they end up finding somebody else. All right. I don't think you want to deal with all that. I would just stay clear. Just the Four of Pentacles, just right. They're keeping themselves about there's something else going on over there. They end up finding somebody else. I dodge it. I dodge it like a linebacker, no, like a running back in the NFL. So yes, I know my football. I know it doesn't seem like it. All right, Fritz though. Is Fritz any better? Fritz is actually a chess program I paid like $50 for back in the 90s. Was it the 90s? I paid $50 for a chess program called Fritz. I was like really into chess. I like back before the internets. I'm kind of old. I was really into chess back then. Anyway, so I went to like competitions and stuff a little bit. So anyway, all right. True feelings for Fritz. Fritz looks a lot better, right? It does. You got the Six of Wands, the Lord of Victory. So this has a lot of better potential. Has a lot better kind of a feel to it. It just it passes the smell test. And that's kind of what you want, is it to pass the smell test, right? KM, I thank you for your donation. John, I thank you for your donation as well. Yeah, that Six of Wands says this is a Lord of Victory. We got a Knight of Pentacles. This is something that works for us. It works for us. I think they like what they see. They like what they see. That's step one, right? Because the Hierophant says this gets a little serious, a little quick. a little too quickly, maybe, if we're sort of going to go for it and chase it if we want to. But there's that iffy, right? I think you're on the fence about both of them, quite frankly. I think you're kind of on the fence. You're like, take them or leave them. Ultimately, I would chase Fritz. I think that would be kind of where you want to be. I think Fritz looks a little bit better. Neither one of them look like the ultimate match or anything like that. I was just saying, neither one of them look like, somebody I just want to chase, and it's going to be a soulmate, whatnot. No, I think you're pretty clear on the lack of a soulmate here. I mean, ultimately, I would choose somebody else if you had a choice. I mean, maybe you have a bunch of choices. I don't know. It seems like you got at least 2. Maybe you got 3. Maybe. Crystal Heart Tarot is coming out. Is it the right time to study shamanism at the moment? Let's find out. By the way, somebody wrote me, and they go, dude, this deck right here, the Avatara, is different than the Bonefire Tarot. It's not the same. I'm like, okay, I know that, but I got thank you, I guess. Thank you. Okay. But anyway, it is not the same. I call it Bonefire version 2 because I have a sense of humor. A lot of people are like, they don't realize that I have a sense of humor. They're like, the other day you said that a ping pong ball hit you right square in the head. Did that really happen? Because it seems odd that it's like, dude, I don't know. At some point, you don't really need to take everything that I say like super literally, right? Because if I say the 7 of Swords is maybe coming back into a relationship, and then you go reading like 700 books. I've read 700 tarot books, and I just haven't seen that before. Well, yeah, because it's mine. Yeah, because anyway, so yeah, you gotta relax. A lot of people are not relaxed. But I mean, hey, if you're not relaxed, feel free to yell at me, but I don't know. Anyway, Gypsy Heart Tarot is next. Lorena, you are after Gypsy Heart Tarot. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. How's the queue? It's huge. There's like 20 in queue. We got 20 people hanging out in the queue for a total of 36 donations right now. Anyway, it's the right time to study the good old shamanism. Oh, man. 7 of Cups, Queen of Swords. I think so. Just take it lightly. This is not something you want to go full steam on. You need to go in lightly. You need to relax. You don't need to be super serious about it. You don't need to be just completely dedicated to it. You don't want to buy 700 books on it. You don't want to buy 7,000 videos on it. You don't want to sit there and just obsess over it day in, day out. You got to relax with it. Take it. Have fun with it. Just don't think that this is the end-all, be-all opportunity that you're going to have for kind of what we want to do, spiritual realm, how we're going to do it, where are we going to do it, and why we want to do it. Ultimately, right? Just sort of relax with it. Trynna, welcome. Good to see you. Yeah, the 7 of Cups. So you got a lot of other things. You do. You have a lot of other things that you're interested in. Multitask it in there, but sure, I think it's going to be okay. Just don't go full steam ahead with it. Take it easy, right? Princess of Cups. This is something I can get emotional about. I can really resonate to some of it, but not all of it. But yeah, at the end of the day, you gotta, that's it. Anyway, a full night instead of the first half hour. Yeah, the days of 65 donations, they're probably coming back, but today is not it. Anyway, we got that one. Next, LCleo. What's coming toward me in the Buddha Tarot? We can do that. What is coming towards me and guidance? Okay, the Buddha Tarot, we will get out and make it happen. This is the little Buddha Tarot. If you don't have this, this is the deluxe version. That's the mighty. That's a thick boy right there. That is a thick boy right there. And this is the deluxe version. This is the limited print version or whatnot. Ultimately, I really enjoy this. I really like this. Okay, what is coming? And, ultimately where we're going to be after that. Any advice on what is coming too? Let's see what's going on. See what is going on. What is coming towards me and guidance? Ace of Cups, King of Cups, 3 wise Buddhas, and the Star. Man, LCleo, I don't know if you're hooked up or not, but you may have a soulmate coming. You may have a soulmate coming. We have a lot of indicators for this. We have the star next to an ace of cups. Definitely sort of a karmic relationship, something going on, something happening with that. I think that's going to be interesting indeed. If you want to chase it, if you want to get into it. King of Cups says this is something that's going to be very pull you emotionally in different directions. It's almost like I really like it, but I don't like it at the same time. There's something cool about it, but it's not something that I'm like super excited about, not something I want to just dive full in with it. Three wise Buddhas, indeed. It feels like you have a lot of indicators, a lot of red flags that you're seeing. But I really don't think they're applicable. I really don't think that you should be too concerned about that. The star with the ace of cups, karmic relationship coming in, definitely looking at some good stuff, some fun stuff. And I think that's going to be, ultimately, I think that's going to be where you want to be at the end of the day, because that is very powerful indeed. And I like it. I like it a lot. Tiffany, I thank you for your donation over PayPal. Speaking of PayPal, we're going to keep the little Buddha tarot out because Lorena has a question on PayPal. So let's hop over to PayPal and see where we are going. Now, I did fix this to where this logs career. Okay, all you do is press the enter key and it logs. So yeah, I fixed all of the problems with my application this morning, and it is going so much better now. It's nice and smooth and buttery, and it reads like a dream. It reads like a dream. So my application to log all of your readings and put them into the chapters, it works like a dream. Now, you do have to wait. You got to wait until the stream is over. You got to wait until the stream is over. But yeah, the tower. Okay, the tower. We did that. Okay. Career. Six of Pentacles, Strength, King of Pentacles. You got a big opportunity coming. Like at the end of the year, beginning of next year, there is a monumental opportunity coming. And I think you're going to be very excited about it because that is kind of where you need to be here. You're kind of lost with your career at the moment. You feel like, well, I could do this. I guess I could do that. But, I'm not really sure kind of where I want to be or what I want to do with this particular sort of career thing with that. The Six of Pentacles says ultimately you need to make more money. I think that's the biggest issue you're having right now. I need to make more money. This is not something that I want to do forever. I definitely could use a little bit of an alteration. When I say an alteration, I don't think you want to just ditch your career goals and go with something brand new. I don't think you really want to start over. I think that's a pain in the butt. That's not something that you want to embrace. Strength says I want to stay kind of where I'm at kind of thing. But, you stay where you're kind of at, but tweak it, right? Maybe you're an application developer. You're doing .NET backend, maybe doing SQL Server, store procs, and now I want to do some, I want to do some React JS or something like that. That's kind of where we're going. Temperance says you need to find your happy place. That's definitely what you want. So I want a happy place. I definitely want something I can focus on. I can make it happen. I just don't want a situation where I'm going to be dead-ended. Ultimately, the Tower says you do have a moment where you are dragged out. You are dragged out into the open and you're kind of forced to get a new job. You're forced to get something else. So just be prepared for that. But your big opportunity is really going to be at the end of the year, beginning of next year. I think somebody has some funding. Somebody has some things that they want to get, and you get caught up in it. Ultimately, I think you're going to do fine with career. Just give it time. Give it time. A lot of majors indeed. A good rig. A lot of majors coming out on this one. It's definitely sort of a vocal reading where it has a lot to say, right? It has a lot to say. By the way, if you didn't know, that was the PayPal reads. Now, Tiffany just donated over PayPal too. Tiffany, thank you for your generous PayPal donation. We'll read that in a little bit. Right now, after the super chats, we go. We just did LCleo, and now it is time for Samantha. Alyssa's current feelings towards me. Somebody just mentioned the Kawaii Tarot. We can do the Kawaii Tarot indeed, because I love it. I love it. Be like Ren and Stimpy. Happy, happy, joy, joy. Indeed. I think that's it. We'd love to recruit some React.js developers now. I mean, React.js is pretty hot. It's pretty hot. Screw Angular. I'm just saying. Angular's on what? 14 now. Screw Angular. Angular is such a pain. Angular is such a pain. You go to React.js, you get everything that you need. You go to Angular, and everybody's all hyped about it. Nobody really wants to go to React. But when you get into React, you're like, wow, this is a lot better. This is a lot better. Okay, Alyssa's current feelings towards me. Knight. Oh, Knight of Wands, a little Five of Cups, and the Nine of Coins. A lot of nines, right? Or you have a nine and then a knight. The nine kind of says that they're happy, they're sort of happy with where they're at. And you're really kind of thinking, you're really kind of going forth, and they need something different. That's one thing Alyssa is not happy. Just always looking for something different. Maybe some grass is greener on the other side. Ultimately, I just don't think that they're happy with this connection right now, right? Page of Wands is a connection. It's all right. I kind of know where you're at. I kind of know who you are. Your predictability is something that they don't like. They want something that's unpredictable. They want something fresh. They want something new. They want something that satisfies their ADHD. You have the Page of Wands, right? It just feels like this. I kind of know this. I know what it is. I'm not quite prepared for continuing on with this sometimes. Five of Cups, I'm disappointed, I guess, in the overall connection and whatnot. Overall, the Knight of Wands says they're still going to come back, though. They still find some resonance, or they still find some stability, some niceness, just with the connection from both of y'all. Ultimately, Nine of Coins says this is definitely something that can work. It just ain't working. It can, but the chess game that needs to be involved for it to work is just really just sort of burdensome sometimes as far as this goes. Anyway, at least my opinion. Overall, they got good feelings. They got bad feelings, so they don't really kind of know where to go at the end of the day with all of that. Anyway, we're going to Ms. Moon with a very generous donation. I appreciate you. Ms. Moon wants to know. And we skipped Emma somehow. Where the hell is Emma? I see Emma's way down there. Wow. Emma, you're way down there. I did not skip you. You are coming up, but I don't know why you're way down there. Anyway, my application translated your reading to be way farther down than I had anticipated it to be. Anyway, Ms. Moon, is there outside influence in the current situation? If so, where is it coming from? If I'm going to do an outside influence reading, you know what I'm going to get. You know what I'm going to get. The Poe knows outside influences. YouTube user. Thank you for your donation. I appreciate you. Emma, you're there, but my program bumped you down like 2 places or something. So my program. Wow, you are. I think I'm gonna do you early. Well, that sounds bad. I think I'm gonna do you early because I don't know why my program. So my program intercepts the feed from YouTube to my computer. So it intercepts it. It grabs the JSON and then it translates that to what I see on my screen. Sometimes YouTube sends really weird stuff. Like it's like way off base, like a reading is way down here when it should be up here. But I'm translating the JSON it's sending me. So I don't know. Anyway, we're gonna bump you up because it does feel like it bumped you down too much. Anyway, let's see what's going on with that. Any outside influence interfering with the current situation? If so, where is that from? I do think there are some outside influences. By the way, the Poe knows. This is Edgar Allan himself. Edgar Allan himself is up in the house. Okay, death, right? The death card. Normally it's changes and stuff like that. Ms. Moon, who is that? Ms. Moon, do you recognize them? Do you recognize this individual? Because they're looking through that window and they don't like what they see. They don't like it at all. They don't like it. And they're like, what's going on in there? So yeah, I do think you have a spectator who is not very excited about this going on. Seven of Cups, they have a very strong opinion in this current situation, sort of floating around. they're like, oh my, what's going on with that? They definitely sort of have their preference, but they see there's a lot of other things happening, a lot of other choices that could be made here. Jamie Lee, I thank you for your donation. Ultimately, the Five of Cups is no matter what you do, they're going to be disappointed. So if you're looking for an outside influence, they're always going to be disappointed. I think they have an unrealistic view of the situation. I don't think they see all the pictures of all the things. And I think they have a little bit of a bias in here. I don't think that's going to work for you. John, I thank you for your other donation. King of Pentacles, do what you need to do and don't worry about it. Do what you need to do and don't worry about it, indeed. Because the Ace of Wands says you're going to know who it is because they take action and they take the dumbest action ever. They take the dumbest action ever to where you're sitting back going, what the hell's wrong with you? Like you immediately know who it is because they take the dumbest action they could possibly take. And the first thing you're thinking is like, what the hell's wrong with you? John, I thank you for your other donation. But yeah, you sort of watch out for this complete idiotic action that you encounter. And that will be the clue that leads you in that. Speaking of clues, we got blues clues. No, that's a copyrighted thing. Okay, we don't got blues clues. No, we have a question. I have a question for all of you. I have a question for every single one of you. All right. So you gotta be a little active on here to say, okay, what the hell? Okay, this is it. Edit video. Can I edit my video? Okay, I can. All right, cool. All right, we're going to do subscribers only mode because it's time to win. It's time for a contest. Okay, the Gene Dodal Tarot TDM. This is a brand new, never used deck of the TDM, and it is stunning. We are giving this away. What am I? We shit. I am giving this away to you right now. You need to answer a very simple question. Ms. Moon, I thank you for your other very generous donation. I appreciate that. You need to answer a very simple question. A very simple question. I like to paint. I have been painting for 5 years. I paint a picture every 3 days. All right. Watercolor, tempera, acrylic, oil. I have a lot of stuff that I do. I have collected a few brushes over the years. Here's one of them. I've collected a few brushes over the years. How many brushes do I have in total? I counted them up today. How many brushes of all different types, right? Tempera brush, an acrylic brush, a watercolor brush. How many in total do I have? The person that gets the closest or gets exact wins. Anyway, and that is it. Ms. Claudia, thank you for your donation. I appreciate you. All right. In the meantime, let's go to the next question, which is Shartrellis is up here. Will Mrs. D introduce me to the right person? Oh my, we're going to be introduced to the right person or not? We're going to return to the days of the teddy bears. The days of the teddy bears. You can guess as many times as you want, but the first person that gets it exactly wins. And we're getting pretty close already. Well, not really. We're getting pretty close already. Wow, we're getting really close. Some of you are getting very, very close. Oh my. I mean, it's going to be more than 2. All right. The people guessing 2, that's not it. That is not it. Anyway, Ferry, I thank you for your donation. It's been a minute. Good to see you as always. I appreciate you being here. Okay. Will Mrs. D introduce me to the right person? No, they won't. No, they will not be introducing you to the right person. I don't see it. I don't see it happening. Disappointment. It feels like they just don't do it. They don't come through with it. It feels like it's not making the grade. They're not doing what they need to do with this. It feels like that they're just not enthusiastic about doing it. They're just not enthusiastic. They're not enthralled. They're not thrilled about it at all. Ultimately, they just don't wanna. They don't wanna. It's not something where they have some underlying theme or underlying reason. They just don't wanna. They just don't want us. So I'm going to say a big old thumbs down for that. I have not seen the correct answer scroll by yet. one of you has gotten very, very close, like very close. Anyway, so still waiting for the correct answer on that. While we wait for the correct answer, you can guess as many times as you would like. I mean, we can just guess all night. Anyway, we're going to go for the next reading, which is, so we got the Shartrellis reading done. No question, let me know. Thanks for everything. Oh, I appreciate you so much. Addy, thank you so much for being here, hanging out with us tonight. Everybody say hello to Addy. It's good to see you. Okay, now we're going to go with Shartrellis is the next. Well, this person we talked about be Middle Eastern. Oh my. Let's see if they're going to be. How do you determine that? Like what kind of tarot cards am I going to get for that? How are you going to determine Middle Eastern descent? Is there like a Middle Eastern deck or something like that? Can we use the Poe? I mean, the Poe knows, right? The Poe knows. I'm not sure what cards are going to tell me if they're Middle Eastern or not. I don't know. How do you do that? Now there's a feat for you in the tarot realm. How do you do that? Nobody has got it yet. Now, keep on. Nobody has got it. All right. Well, the person we talked about be Middle Eastern. It's 3 digits. It's 3 digits. 2 of Cups. I don't know. Here's your reading. I don't really know how to translate this over to yes or a no for Middle Eastern. King of Wands. Maybe they travel. Maybe they have a lot of things to add. Samantha, thank you for your generous donation. I appreciate you. Maybe they travel. Somebody with a lot of buildings around them kind of thing. Oh, wow. Shartrellis just got it. 189. Shartrellis is the winner with 189. 189. That is the amount of brushes that I have. All right. So that is good. Shartrellis, email me and let me know your information. I will get this deck out to you tomorrow. All right. Anyway, okay, let's see. I guess, how do you do Middle Eastern? I have no idea. That's just hot and there's a King of Wands. I guess. I mean, I don't want to do any stereotypes or anything because I get in trouble for all of that. But yeah, I don't know. I guess sure. I guess maybe. I guess. Anyway, all right. So we talked about a person. We got Middle Eastern. Now I do want to skip ahead, and like I said before, I want to get. Who did I? Okay, Emma. Okay, so Emma is in the queue. But Emma got shoved way down the list. So we're going to hop over to Emma and we're going to make that happen right there. There's too many brushes. I got a lot of brushes. Now, to be fair, I do tempera, I do oil painting. You can't paint 3 paintings. You can't paint a painting 3 paintings a week. You can't do 3 paintings a week without burning through a hell of a lot of brushes. I'm going to tell you that now. You can't do 3 paintings a week without just burning through brushes. Like this one, I left it in acrylic too long, and now it's ruined. By the way, my favorite brush company is the Rosemary & Co. brush company right there. But you can't, like this, ruined, right? So, so now I have 188 brushes. Because I got to throw that one away. Anyway, what was the meaning of the dream? We do have a lot of dream tarots, that is for sure. I don't want to use any of them, though. I want to go, it's been a minute since we have used this one right here. If you like this, by the way, Stephanie has books on how to do her art in watercolor. So if you're kind of enthusiastic about it, you're like, I really like Stephanie Lynn Paul's, art, and I like it. And I want to do it. Well, she has books. She has 2 books. I have both of them. The books to do this, by the way, they're at half price books, and they cost me $3 each. So best bargain ever. What was the meaning of this dream? Eight of Swords. Man, you're really trying to expand something. It's almost like something is out of your reach. You're trying to expand. You're trying to get it on. You're trying to make it happen. It's almost like that there's some things up there that you're trying to reach, and you're just not able to reach them. You're just not able to reach them at all. But you're highly interested. You definitely want to reach for the sky with that. The Ten of Swords. Man, everything is changing, Emma. Everything in your life is changing in real time, it feels like. In real time. I think that is it. But yeah, the Ten of Swords. You just got to... Oh man, things are changing and things are concluding too. And I don't think you really want anything to conclude, but you have to realize that that needs to happen indeed. Overall, death, you're in for some changes, right? Any 10 of Swords next to death does sort of point to the end of something, the beginning of something else. And it is a bitter end too. It's like I'm desperately hanging on. I'm trying to stay the night. I'm trying to make it happen. And then it just feels like that there's not a lot of success happening with that. Tiffany is on PayPal, and Tiffany wanted to know something. Let's hop over to PayPal real quick and get Tiffany a reading because they've been waiting a minute. All right. Tiffany wants to know, starting a business. All right, starting a business revolving around things I love. What's going to happen with it? That is exciting. It's always exciting to kind of take your hobby into the next realm. To like take your hobby into the next realm and see where I can go with it, right? See where I can go with it. All right. Cedar, thank you for the kind words, Cedar. I greatly appreciate that. I'm glad that the book has helped you and all that other good stuff. Are you the one that emailed that you couldn't download it? Did you figure it out? Did you figure it out? But yeah, I'm glad that you bought it. All right, Trynna is going to hook me up with a printer in China, so I may be reprinting that book in hardbound and a softbound. Trynna, I got to hook up with you and get your info on that. I did look up China printers, and there's a ton. So yeah, whatever you recommend, I definitely want to go with that. I want somebody that's reliable and all that other good stuff. Anyway, Trynna is helping me out there. Anyway, the Three of Wands over here, starting a business. This is going to be something more, oh man, starting a business with a King of Wands and a Seven of Pentacles. It's worth doing, it is. It's worth doing. But you need to develop kind of a sense of business rather than the hobby, right? More business rather than the hobby. So in other words, you want to make it because business skills are totally different than hobby skills. So I can be good at reading tarot, but I need to be good at running a business too. And those are two totally different skills. Totally different skills. So that's very important. But yeah, Seven of Pentacles says it's worthwhile, but get some business acumen before you do it. In other words, when you start a small business, right, you can deduct $5,000 of startup costs. It depends on your country, state, but you can deduct a lot in your startup costs. And if you miss that window, you're screwed. So you could deduct a bunch of money, but if you miss the window to do it, you're screwed. All of a sudden, a year later, you're like, oh man, I could have deducted $5,000. That could have bought me a computer. It could have bought me some hardware. You have to understand business. Understand business. And that's what the King of Wands is. You need to go through, you need to get the fiery aspect out of there, and you need to find out what is happening with the business. Understand that before you leap in, because you're going to miss a lot of opportunities. You're going to pay a lot more taxes than you should. You really need to do the research first. Three of Wands. Start searching, seeking, get it all done. Ultimately, Seven of Pentacles, this is a fantastic idea. Just have some business acumen before you walk into it. And that is your reading. Juuuliiie has a couple of readings up on in here. What's on M's mind regarding me today? Juuuliiie, I think they're in love with you. I mean, I haven't even pulled any cards. I already think that they are in love with you. They are in love with you. That's like the first thing out of my brain. First thing out of that old intuition and all that other stuff. By the way, this is the Wizard's Tarot. Y'all know and love the Wizard's Tarot. This is the one KD's like, bro, the Wizard's Tarot with the dragon on the back, not the other one that you used. KD's like, you need to get going with that. Hey, are they in love with you? Seven of Swords. Oh my. Queen of Cups, they do have that emotion. They have this swirling emotion. They're like, oh, they are excited indeed. Fairy, you're like 11 readings away, Fairy. You're on the list. Fairy, you are on the list. Here's the queue, and the queue is you right here, and we are way up here. So we got a lot of people to go before you, Fairy. It's gonna be a hot minute, Fairy. It'll be a hot minute. But yeah, they have you on the mind. Queen of Cups, you get my emotions. You make it happen. That 6 of Wands, you make me successful. You make me here. You make me there. And the 7 of Swords, I want to get back. I want to get back to you. I want to get back to ya. So that's the way it is. I like that. They have a lot of good things over there. Will M confess that he loved feelings for me soon? I mean, I'm going to say yes, just based upon the other reading I just did. I mean, I'm just going to say yes. I mean, can I say no with that? How do you say no after that reading? Can you? Can we go with the love balloons already before we even put cards down? Is that okay? Is that all right? Will they confess the feelings, though, is what I'm saying. And that is the difficult part, right? Because a lot of times you're like, ooh, I'm excited about this person, but I'm a little nervous. What if they say no? What if they don't like me? What if they kick me straight in the groin? You gotta factor these things in. 9 of Cups, man. This is more of a fantasy at this point. This is something where they're just like, I'm looking at all of this stuff here and I'm enjoying myself, and a lot of good things happening with that. But King of Pentacles says they're down in the basement. They're down in the man cave, and they're not really willing to get out of it just now. Overall, they do get out, and they do make it more apparent, right? They make it more apparent a little bit. It's almost like that they do it through either social media or they do it by sort of, texting you or something like that, right? I don't think they come out and just gush love, but all of a sudden they say something that only somebody that was interested in you would say. Does that make sense? But I don't think they're going to come up to your face and go, Juuuliiie, I love you, Juuuliiie. Like, what's that movie where they come up with a boom box? Where they come out with a boom box and they like play In Your Eyes. I don't know what that movie was. That was John Cusack. Yeah, John Cusack plays. John Cusack is not going to show up and play In Your Eyes on a boom box outside of your window. Juuuliiie, I just don't think it's going to happen. But I mean, I don't think it's going to happen. But but they do start a little bit of a flirt or something like that. I mean, they're down in the man cave. Sometimes you got to stay down in the man cave. The man cave, you got to get in the basement. The basement is where all of the good things happen sometimes, especially if you have some painting supplies down there. Okay, YouTube user, will I look good when... Will I look good? YouTube user, will I look good? I mean... Are you thinking that you're going to be on your jammies or something? Like, what's going on here? So are you like, you just woke up, you're like in your jammies, your hair's a mess, and, and you kind of you got the house slippers on, the kind that make the noise when you walk, so you're thinking like, oh my God, in sees me. I got my hair up. I got the house slippers. Like, where are you going to be? Like, where are you going to be? Like, when that happens. Anyway, okay, will I look good when... So you're like going out to check the mail? Yeah, you're like going out to check the mail. And by the way, true story. My neighbor goes to check the mail in her house robe. She puts the house robe on, and because we have a shared mailbox, right? So the shared mailbox is like 200 feet away from her house. She'll get in the truck and she'll get it. She's got her bathrobe on. She'll get in the truck in her bathrobe. She'll drive to the mailbox. She'll get out and she'll run really quick and get her mail and then get back in the truck and then drive 100 feet and then park back in the garage in her house robe, which I don't know. I guess, I mean, if you're in your house robe, just let it all hang out, right? If you're in the bathrobe or whatever, just go and check the mail. Get your house slippers on, you know what I'm saying? And just go check the mail. Let the hair be wherever it needs to be and just relax. Just go check your mail, But no, they actually get in their truck and they drive 100 feet to go check. True story. True story. Okay, anyway, will I look good? The Emperor says yes. You have command over what you look like, right? You got command over what you look like. Shartrellis, your other question is 2 away, Shartrellis. 2 away. Let's look at the queue real quick. We got Julie, we got John, YouTube user, and we got Shartrellis in here somewhere. There's too many readings to show all of them, but yeah, you're 2 away. Samantha, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. I would never go outside dressed inappropriately. I mean, I have gone outside dressed inappropriate. Well, not inappropriately for a man, but you know, I've gone outside with like shorts. I got like a ratty t-shirt, my hair sticking straight up, and I don't have any shoes on. So, I mean, I've done that before. Anyway, yeah, you'll be fine, right? The Emperor, you have control over this. The Moon, it is something you're emotional. I mean, you know, worst case, just go check your mail in your truck. Just drive your truck over there and get your mail. I think that's going to be a lot of people shopping in pajamas. I haven't gone out in my pajamas yet. I might. I'm not going to rule it out. Anyway, Shartrellis is now. Look at that. Shartrellis, how will the situation work with this arrangement? Is the arrangement going to be okay? How's it going to go? I don't know. Pajamas. I don't know. Pajamas. The pajamas I have kind of a little bit too revealing. I mean, I'm a dude. My pajamas I don't really have pajamas per se, but I have like Christina bought me pajama bottoms, but they have like Elf, you know, the Christmas movie Elf. They have like Elf on them. So you have like the elf characters, you know, kind of staring out at you from the pajama bottoms. But I don't have a pajama. She didn't buy me a pajama top to go with it. So I just kind of go shirtless, I guess. I could do an elf pajama bottom. I could go shirtless and shoeless and just walk out and check the mail, I guess. That'll be okay. How will the situation work with this arrangement? Ace of Swords says we need some coordination. No, it's not going to be okay by itself. We need some coordination. We need to do some interference. We need to get up on there, make it happen. But yeah, Ace of Swords says we need to communicate how this is going to go. Because if you let it go, yeah, it's going to be a train wreck. Literally going to be a train wreck. Hierophant says that everybody is going to get serious. Everybody is going to be sort of on their own. Everybody's going to approach it like they need to approach it. But the Hierophant says this is going to be a big deal. It's going to be bigger than what you think it's going to be overall. Oh, but Nine of Wands says you're going to come out of it a little bit injured, you know, a little bit injured. That's going to be it. But yeah. All right. I mean, you know, that's how the situation is going to work out. Wear your next day clothes to bed. Maybe. Pajamas deck next round. No, the Tasty Tarot deck pretty much bombed. It looked like every tarot deck on Kickstarter seems to be funded except for mine. So no, we're not doing any more. The next thing I'm doing is a book. Because I know a book, I know people are going to read it, I know people are going to want it. So we're going to do a book. The next book is called How to Make a Living Reading Tarot. That's it. How to Make a Living with Tarot. That is going to be the next book. And it is going to be obscenely detailed, like down to like, if you want to do this, you need this, because I am a techie. So it's going to be all techie all day. I'm going to explain all the techie stuff you need, where you need it, how you need to get it, what you need. I want to do business practices. I'm going to do tax stuff. I'm going to do advertisement. We're going to do all of that stuff. Anyway, John is next. Cynthia's feelings towards me. Let's make it happen. What are we going to do with this? Cynthia's feelings. Gregory Scott? I think it'd be interesting. Gregory Scott. Nakona, don't they get wrinkled? Maybe she'll buy you the pajama top next Christmas. Maybe. I'm going to go out on a limb. I'm going to say Christina may buy me the elf pajama top to go with the bottoms this Christmas. Might. I'm going to hold my breath. We're going to see where it goes. Julie, thank you for your donation. I appreciate you. All right. Jesus, we got a lot of donations. We're going to go with an ending soon. We do got to wrap up eventually. So Julie will be the last reading of the night. Cynthia's feelings towards me. Great. Jesus. Cinthya really likes you, John. John, Cinthya really, really likes you. I really think it really likes you. You got the 10 of Cups and the 10 of Pentacles. John, I'd go for it. I'd dive in there. Just go ahead and dive in there. Both feet. Make it happen. You got good stuff going on. That is going to be, that's enough for the heart of hearts. That's enough for the heart filled with hearts. You can't ignore a 10 of Pentacles with a 10 of Cups. That is too powerful. It is too amazing. Just too amazing with that. Speaking of amazing, KM is here. Have court with kid's dad. He's a deadbeat. He's an abuser, and he's a liar. I do all the work. Will the judge see through his BS? Want to leave us alone? KM, that is a lot. That is a lot of beef right there. Let's get out the serious deck right now. We're going to go with the Victorian Romantic version 4. Version 4. Okay, see how that's going to go. Don't they get wrinkled? Don't get what wrinkled? Next day, clothes to bed. I don't know. Wrinkled clothes are okay nowadays. I think you get a freebie. You get a freebie with wrinkled clothes nowadays. No, does anybody really care if your clothes are wrinkled? I mean, maybe that was like something a long time ago. Does anybody care nowadays, maybe? I don't know. Half the people work from home anyway, from COVID and all that other stuff. Anyway, of course, with a kid's dad, you do all the work with it. They see through them. 8 of Pentacles said that he works it. He's up there working this. He's working that. He's saying this. He's saying that. He is not going to let go easily at all. Queen of Swords says you got to stay tough. You got to stay firm, and you got to stick with the plan. I think that is going to be very important indeed. Emperor says you're in charge of this. Make sure that everything is going to sort of be out there. Make sure you tell them everything. Make sure you have the evidence. You have it all. Emperor says the better prepared you are, the better, because 8 of Pentacles says it is about preparation. It is about coming out with documentation, because he said, she said, ain't nobody work like that. You need the documentation. You need the videos, the paperwork, the chats or whatever about them abusing, being a deadbeat, have it all paperwork, as the courts love paperwork. They don't like he said, she said. So the 8 of Pentacles, the more work you put into this, more preparation you get ready, the better off it is going to be. Ultimately, he is going to leave you alone. 10 of Swords, the cutting action. It's happening. The 10 of Swords cutting action is happening, and that is great. And I mean, great news for you, because you get what you need out of there. That is so powerful. I love it. Get a big old thumbs up. Big old thumbs up right now. Where the hell's my thumbs up? I got gypped. Where's my thumbs up? Come on. Come on. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Thumbs Up. Took you forever. What's going on with all of that? Man, KM, that is a great read. I mean, if you want, that is the ultimate read right there. How will this weekend go between M and I? Man, Juuuliiie. Juuuliiie has some good stuff going on. Juuuliiie, you may end up making some love. I mean, you may.
Music to make love to.
I'm just saying they're a bit shy. Juuuliiie. That's okay. That's okay. You just sort of get them. You got to warm them up, if you know what I mean. You warm them up a little bit. We're spending the weekend together. That's what I'm talking about. King of Swords. Yeah, you're going to have to warm up a little bit. You're going to have to sort of go in and be a little flirty, or you may have to do a little more work than you're used to. King of Swords is sort of a little bit of a, I got to do a little bit of work here to make this happen indeed. Page of Cups says that it warms up. They got to warm up. You got to let them sort of, warm up the engine a little bit, because it started cold. You don't want it to start it cold. I think that's going to be it. 4 of Wands ultimately says happy home, happy family. You got to get it going. Make it happen, and it is going to be fantastic. It is going to be fantastic. M seems in the man cave right now. I mean, they may be. You may have to drag them out of that damn man cave. The man cave is fun. I'm just saying, as a dude, the man cave is the place to be. I got all my video games. I got all my painting stuff. Man cave is my happy place. Sometimes Christina's like, you want to come over? I'm thinking, damn, I got all my stuff over here in my man cave. I don't know. But you gotta go and, spend time with your loved ones. Anyway, you can't skip that part. That you can't cheat. You can't say, well, you can come over here. We have a little fun, and then I'm going to go back to my man cave. That doesn't really work in real life. By the way, I tried that before. That no worky. In case you're a dude and you're wondering, can I just leap out of my man cave for 5 minutes and sort of pretend to have a relationship and then come back? No, that doesn't work. I tried that before. I gave it my all, okay? I gave it the old college try, and that worked really badly. So no, you can't do that. Okay, let's go with the next reading, which is John. John is back for another reading. We're going to make it happen over there. I'm just going to say it. Would Sin and I make a good couple? Or are we going to be better off at friends? We're going to be better off as friends. Oh, man. We're going to see about that. We're going to see. He's in his head at first. Well, so many jokes. So many jokes. M does his video game stuff going, video games are a hell of a drug. Video games are a hell of a drug. I'm just saying. Okay. All right. Make a good couple or better off friends. That King of Swords crossed out. That's so interesting, ain't it? Four of Wands, Knight of Pentacles. Try friends with benefits. Try friends with benefits and let it evolve naturally. That's very important. Let it evolve naturally. I think if you got a goal in mind, you're going to crash and burn. You got to go in, let things happen naturally, let things evolve naturally, and don't go in with like a goal, because she's going to kind of sense, oh, wait a minute. He kind of wants a goal, or he's looking for something. You know what I'm saying? But if you're relaxed, you're like chill and you just let it happen, then that's a lot better off. Because if you go in with a goal in mind, they smell you from a mile off. They smell you and they don't like it. All right? They don't like it. So yeah, you got to go in casual, no goal. Take it as it comes and let it progress as it naturally does. But I think you end up with friends with benefits and then progress into something a little bit better, a little bit different. Anyway, oh, look at all of this. Look at all of this beautiful timestamps in my log. Beautiful timestamps in my log. By the way, in case you're wondering what I'm talking about, I have created the only, and I mean the only application that timestamps all the readings automatically. So you get chapters. Do you know who else has chapters? People that go, you know me? You know I'm too lazy to do that. All right? I need something automated. And I wrote it. Link in the description where you can get yours. Link in the description where you can get yours. You're like, that sounds pretty damn good. Link in the description. All right, we're going for the next one, which is a Light Seers Tarot. And YouTube user has N gotten das Boot. Man, let's see if N's gotten das Boot. Maybe, maybe not. By the way, the chapters don't appear until the end of the stream because I got to paste it into the description. Okay. Booted, the Fool, Queen, Magician. I think they're hanging on. They're hanging on pretty good. They will get booted, clearly, but they're hanging on pretty good right now. That Magician, they got the skills that pays the bills. People like them. I think they got the little social skills. People kind of like what they're doing, where they're going with that. Queen of Swords are kind of in charge, you know. They kind of that feel of they know what they're doing. They're kind of in charge. Maybe we don't want to get rid of this person right yet. The Fool ultimately says they know they're going to kind of get booted. And they're kind of making preparations already, but they have not been booted yet. We're going with the thumbs down for have not been das booted quite yet, but it is coming. But it is on the way. Okay, Jamie Lee, does M truly love me? Or are they wasting my MFing time? Let's see if they like me or not. Do they truly love me? Do they want to embrace me in the middle of the night? Embrace me in the middle of the night? Or do they want to yell at me in the middle of the night? I mean, that happens to me sometimes. Okay, let's see. Does M truly love me? 6 of Cups, 8 of Pentacles, and a 6 of Swords. I really think so. I think that they have some dedicated emotion, some dedicated action, some dedicated stuff that is there indeed. Six of Swords, action. It's to say we're moving along, we're progressing through this. This is something that they know is going to take some time to develop. They know it's going to take some time to sort of get back to the end of the goal and whatnot. That's just going to be it, right? The Six of Cups. Very good connection. It's almost like that you're guarded or guided with this connection with M too. I think it has somebody watching over us or looking over and sort of benefiting this thing overall. Eight of Pentacles says, if you're willing to put the work in, if they're willing to put the work in, you have a great foundation, a great thing happening here. You just have to sort of let it settle. You have to let it be where it wants to be, because the relationship is almost like a separate entity that needs to settle down, that needs to be over here, do its thing. It's like a robot working in the background. And if you try to rush it, you try to force it, you're going to break the system. So definitely let it go, let it be. And, so see where it goes ultimately at the end of the day. All right, Light Seers. Yeah, Light Seers is one of my top decks as well. Okay, so we got the Truly Love Me thing. What is my best personality trait? Well, the fact that you're here, of course. No, we'll go with the best personality trait. We'll get a little bit of a Chiro Marchetti action going over here. And see where it's at. See where it is at indeed. All right. I think my next goal for the stream is to have some method of putting all of the decks that are being used up here. The problem is there's only so many buttons on this little button thing that I have. There's only so many buttons that I can press. And I have 200 decks. So I'm running into a problem because I don't have enough buttons. So I don't really know what to do. I am inventive, though. I will think something up. What is my best personality trait? You take charge. You do. You're able to sort of pick up. You're able to voice when there's an issue. You're able to take charge. You're able to make it happen. You have that RAM thing where you're just sort of a leader when leader needs to be found. So I think that's going to be one of your best traits indeed. The other one here too is you don't really get defensive about everything. So if I tell you something, you're not going to get worked up. You're not going to freak out about it. You'll be like, okay, that's cool. So you're not going to just sort of, be that uptight ass wipe that nobody likes. So everybody kind of likes you. You just chill, you just smooth, and I think that is going to be kind of it there. So those are your best personality traits indeed. There you go. There you go. Those are best personality traits. All right. The other question is, I'm not sure why it's not showing up. Where is it? Yeah, this is weird. It's like that you have a question, but it didn't show up in my app. How do others see me? Okay. How do others see me? So your best personality traits are sort of the leadership, the sort of the chill aspect. You don't gotta stick up your butt, which a lot of people do. Like a lot of people are like, oh, everybody's like that. No, they're not. I know plenty of people with a stick way, way up their butt. I mean, it's like, it's all the way, it's through the small intestine and all the way up into the large intestine. Anyway, how do other people see me? The Queen, you get pretty emotional about stuff sometimes. You're not, sometimes not only passionate, but you get kind of emotional about stuff where you're just like, what is going on with that? You sort of have an interest in things. You have an interest in life. You want to live life to the fullest. I think that's going to be the biggest thing. The King as well. You're very good at communicating once you get started, but you got to warm up. They understand. They got to warm you up for communication. If you're sort of a little bit shy, a little bit pulled back at first, but once you get rocking, I think everybody's sort of like, oh, and they sort of really like how you're doing, what you're doing, how you're doing it. I think other people see that as well. You do have a 10 here too. The 10 means that you don't know when to give up. You just don't know when to give up. So that's good and that's bad. Claudia, you are next, actually. Claudia, you are next. Let's go over here to the queue. We got Claudia. We got Ms. Moon said, thanks. Thank you so much, Ms. Moon. We just did the double John. We're on Claudia. We got Fairy. We got a Samantha double shot and then a Juuuliiie. And then we are out of here. We have been here a while. We have been here. We're stretching into 8. Stretching into 8 p.m. Okay, all right, so Claudia is next. Okay, Claudia, by the way, just want to say thank you for Ms. Moon saying thank you. Ms. Moon, thank you for all your generous donations tonight. I greatly appreciate you. You are awesome and amazing. Thank you so very much. Claudia, you're next. Should I stay or should I go from the twin flame? If they're the twin flame, why are you leaving? Like a legit question. If they're really the twin flame, why are you thinking about leaving, Claudia? I'm kind of interested now. What's going on? What kind of things have we run into over here with this? Okay, should you stay or should you go? We got a twin flame situation. We want to, I don't know, maybe it's a little too much drama, something. 10 of Cups, 6 of Swords, Magician, and a Page of Wands. You should stay. You should stay. This person brings things to your life that otherwise you would not encounter. 10 of Cups said they're happy home, happy family. This is somebody that brings in things that either make you better or make you into a different person or make you into a better person. Overall, they just change you. And that's the important part, right? They just change you. And that is kind of interesting indeed. Overall, the 6 of Swords. So yeah, sometimes they're a pain. Sometimes it feels like it's forever trying to understand what's going on and what have you. Ultimately, you're able to control this if you need to control it. The Magician says you're in the driver's seat when you need to be, and that's the important part about it. Overall, Page of Wands, don't try too hard with it. Just don't try too hard. I think a lot of times when we go into relationships, we're trying to make this person, we're trying to do something different. We're trying. Just sit back and see where it goes. A lot of times you have to take a break, right? Of course, you have to stand up. You have to sort of guide things here and there and everywhere. But sometimes you just got to take a break. Just relax. Just take a deep breath. Let things progress into stage 2, 3, 4, 5. And then go forth with what you need to go forth. Because you're the Magician. You have a lot of control in here. It's just a matter of not trying to control everything, not trying to micromanage every little thing. Let some things just happen, take a little break and see where it goes. Will I become successful and become rich with my business? Oh my. Fairy wants to get rich over here. You know what that happens? See, you get a business, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, you got $5 in the business. A lot of times, all you have is $5 in a business, and that's your kind of your starting cost, right? Because you need a level of starting cost. Well, if you succeed in the business, if you keep on, after a while, you get a lot more. You get 20, you get 40, you get 60, you get a lot more money with the business. And that's kind of the important part, right? Because you want to sort of be in that direction where you can get the amount of money that you need. So will you though, be that success, be that person that makes the success and gets the business running. What haven't we used yet? We need to use the Wizard's Tarot. By the way, the Wonder World Tarot is in my mailbox. I need to go get it. So yeah, it's in my mailbox. I need to go get it. Anyway, Fairy, let's see if it's going to be good. By the way, this is the Wizard's Tarot. Okay. Successful. Undesirable, number 1. 10 of Wands. Oh, man. I just don't think you're going to be rich. No. I think there's a level of this is too much. This is just too much. You have undesirable number 1, a little bit of a 10 of Wands. It feels like that you're not really fully prepared to be into the business. You're not fully prepared to sort of see where it goes or see what happens with whatnot. So you do need more preparation. You do need more sort of research. You do need more just kind of seeing where this goes, because it does look like this is going to be interesting for you, to say the least. 9 of Wands says that we're just not successful at first. We need to either warm up. We need to make something happen. We need to do something to sort of get where we want to be. Obviously, it's going to be a little bit more research and whatnot. Page of Swords just says finding the customers. This is going to be difficult. It's almost like you're not focused in the same wavelength as the customers. You're not where the customers want to be or where they want to shop. Ultimately, 6 of Cups. Reevaluate stuff. So what can I improve upon? What can I do? Where can I be that's going to make this a little bit better? So yeah, definitely some adjustments need to be made. First one is make sure you're on the wavelength as your customers. Are you on the path that your customers are going to take? Are you on the foot path, the foot traffic path of your customers? Number two, make sure that you're not taking too much in. Number three, make sure that you got business practices just rock solid. They're down and they're just making it happen. Okay. So go those three routes. Scan, look, see where it's going, and ultimately I think that you have a lot of success, but you just need to make some tweaks before we sort of get there with that. At least that's what I think. Samantha is next. Will she reach out to me at birthday and celebrate it with me? We're talking about Alyssa in case you haven't been here before. You know it is an Alyssa question. We need to find out, is Alyssa going to spend the birthday with us? And we saw this the last reading before, and it looked good. It looked really good, Samantha, the last time you had that. So let's see what we're going to happen here. Knight of Cups, Six of Pentacles. They're going to come with gift in hand. So that is a thumbs up indeed. Six of Pentacles, they're giving you a gift. They're coming with gift in hand. They're like, look, Samantha, here you go. This is it. This is what I want to do. Knight of Cups rolling in. Ms. Romance coming in, making the grade. Seven of Wands, though. They come in kind of aggressively. They're just like a little too forward, a little too assertive, a little too aggressive almost. It feels like, whoa, what are you doing, right? You got to let them calm down and chill out is what is happening with that. Overall, the Seven of Cups, they keep talking about other options. They do. They won't shut up about other options. You're like, are you going to be there? I got other options. I got other things. The Seven of Cups. I got all these other things to choose from. But ultimately, that's going to be a thumbs up. Okay. A little bit of a game going on. You know, I got this, I got that. And, you know, kind of coming in a little bit too aggressive and whatnot. But ultimately, I think that is a yes, indeed. Now, Samantha is next. Well, I like the apartment that I'm moving to in September. Now, if you haven't been here, Samantha got a reading, and I said that Samantha ain't going to find anything that she likes until September. And Samantha came in and said, you are right. I found something, but I can't get in there until September. So yeah, September. I nailed it. I nailed it. All right. Well, I like this apartment that I'm moving into. Oh, Jesus. 2 of Cups. 2 of Cups. I'm just saying. Two of Cups. This is the place you want to be. Your neighbors are quiet. There's parking right there next to your building. Everything is so great. Everything is so nice. The gym is perfect. It's beautiful. You love it there. Everybody is accommodating. It feels like you make new friends. Ace of Pentacles. It feels like this is a place I want to stay. I want to stay here. 7 of Swords. You're packing your bags and you're moving quickly and you are ready. You're having a good time with that. So that is the ultimate thumbs up, Samantha. That is the ultimate thumbs up. That is so clear. I love this deck. I love it. That is just crystal clean, crystal clear. And the last reading of the night. How does my night go with C? By the way, if you're wondering where your reading is, I got chapters. After the YouTube video is over, I'm going to put the chapters on the video and you can scroll right to your question. Easy to find your question. You find it in seconds rather than, because it sucks scrolling through an hour and a half of video looking for your name. That sucks. I don't want you to do that. So I wrote something that handles it for me. The Empress, it is going to go fantastic. The Empress, the World, the Devil, and the Temperance. Look at this. It's all majors. Love it. I love it. The Empress, it's so comfortable. It feels like this is so comfortable. It's where I want to be. It's awesome. I like it. The World, so many great possibilities coming out of this night. It's great. It feels like the flow is just there. It's smooth. It's happening. Everything is just great. The Devil card. You have so many doubts, Juuuliiie. You have so many doubts as you approach this. It's like, I'm really not sure what to do here. I'm really not sure how to do this or what to do or how to go with that. I wouldn't worry about it. I wouldn't worry about it. Don't let the devil ruin it. You have all majors. Number one, Guaranteed good time. The Empress, just so easy, so awesome, so comfort mode. The world, so many possibilities. It feels like we could really go places with this night after this night is here. Juuuliiie, it's beautiful, it's amazing, and you will be very, very happy. And I'm very, very happy with the freaking 48 donations tonight. Thank you all so much. I greatly appreciate y'all. We will see you tomorrow.